Okay, in this video we're talking about the interior angle theorem, which states that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So our formula therefore is part plus part plus part equals whole, or the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C equals 180. And here's an example. I have a triangle, I want to know the missing angle C, and so I have part plus part equals whole. I have the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C. I don't know why I got tapped down like that, but whatever. Equals 180. And then I plug in my stuff. 45 plus 95 plus x equals 180. And then I do algebra and I get angle C equals 40. So if we quickly go through this, we have here, I have a triangle. So I'm going to start with my, let's do some different color. Part plus part, let's do some 3 different colors. Part plus part equals the whole. Okay? One of my parts is 50 degrees plus another part, which is x plus 42, plus my last part, which is the box, which means that it's 90. And that all equals 180. And so when I add all this stuff up, I get 92. I add my combined like terms. So I have 50 plus 42 plus 90, which is 92 plus 90, or 182, plus x equals 180. I can then subtract 182 from both sides, and I get x is equal to -2. Okay? And that's it. That's all we're doing. We got a couple more examples on this side. So once again, notice I have 3 tick marks here, and we learned that if I have 3 tick marks, that means that all sides and angles are congruent. So I don't even need to do part plus part equals whole, because what I can do instead is say that P plus P equals whole, but all of my parts are the same. So I can say x plus x plus x equals 180, but I know one of the x's is 60. So I could say that 3x equals 180, and therefore x equals 60. Or I could see the relationship and know that since this angle is 60, this angle has to be the same, and therefore x is 60. This one, we have to be careful because it's no longer asking us to solve for x, it's asking us to find angle A. So angle A equals x plus 40 at the very moment, the value of angle A. So again, we're going to have our part plus part plus part equals whole. And when I do that, I have one of my parts, which is the angle A, x plus 40. I have another part, which is 70 degrees. I have my last part, which is x plus 80. Excuse me. And I know that all of that's going to equal 180. And so I combine like terms. I have 40 plus 70 plus 80. This is 150, 190. I have a positive x and a positive x, so I have positive 2x, and all of that equals 180. I can subtract 190 from both sides, and I'm left with 2x is equal to -10. I divide by 2. And I get x is equal to -5. But I'm not done because I need to replace or solve for this x. So I need to replace it, and so I put in a -5 plus 40, which means that the measure of angle A is 35 degrees. Last but not least, it tells me that angle 2 here is 7x minus 8. It shows me that it's isosceles. So since I have this tick mark, it means that angle 2 is going to be congruent to this angle as well because of the 2 tick marks, which means that I have part plus part plus part equals whole. Notice that I'm using the same color to represent that the 2 angles are congruent. So I have 7x minus 8 plus 7x minus 8 plus 70 equals 180. I can combine like terms. I have a positive 7x and a positive 7x, which is 14x. I have -8, -8, and 70, or -16 plus 70, which is a positive 54, and all of that equals 180. I subtract 54 from both sides. I get 14x is equal to 126. And when I do 126 divided by 14, I get the following answer, which is 126 divided by 14, which means x equals 9. And it asks us to solve for x, so I know that I am, in fact, done. And so that is the interior angle theorem.